So the topic that we're going to talk about today is peptides and enhancements, especially when you are in your 30s. And obviously, we'll talk about it when you are taking it when you are younger, okay? From whatever, 18, 16-year-olds to now to where I'm 33, about to be 34. And obviously, this video is going to be more geared towards people that are older. But if you're younger, please watch because I'm sure you'll get some information out of this. So, I'm getting attacked in comments and messages saying like, "Oh, why am I so against peptides?" and all those good things. But I'm not against peptides. I'm not even against steroids to a certain degree. Okay, I'm against it if you are taking these things without really holding yourself accountable or putting in the work in a sense. And then you're gonna have some people come at you about like, well, this is just as natural as like taking creatine in a way. And it's just like, you guys are just finding every little detail to just make an excuse to saying this is okay. Because right now, society and social media and marketing and how everything works right now is that right now everyone wants fast results. And that's what's happening, okay? Everyone wants to make a lot of money real quick. And as much as you think that's possible, this is really just the 1 to 2% of people that are telling you this, okay? Because if it was that easy, everyone would do it, okay? And peptides are something that are really, really popular at the moment right now. And do I think some of them have its benefits? Absolutely, okay? But I'm going to be talking about more so the peptides that are borderline like steroids and enhancements, okay? So, number one, if you take it, fine, okay? As long as you know and you're taking it in a smart way, okay? Especially as you get older, you should, okay? There is a lot of benefits of BPC, okay? BPC, I think it's 157. Another one that you stack it with, the Wolverine stack, is like TB 1500 as well, something like that. And are there benefits? I'm sure there is, okay? I would even consider taking it eventually, but to be fair, I don't have that big of injuries because I do my mobility and I take care of myself and I do proper training. And that's the whole point, guys, for me. If you absolutely need it and you're going through pain, yeah, sure, take it. But again, I say, why don't you take some time to learn how to actually stretch, maybe go to rehab, and you are wondering why would I do that when there's something that a lot of people are telling you. Well, still, you are putting something in your body that doesn't naturally come from your body. Number two, why don't you want to learn about yourself just a little bit more? And that's where I'm trying to like wrap my head around a lot of things right now, where people are actually learning about their own bodies and how things work. What they're doing is they're taking advice from people that they don't even know if they have all the answers. Because keep this in mind, and I'm in the social media world, everyone just copies and pastes. Okay, so if these are the top 3 bicep exercises, the reason why they're taking top 3 is because they saw somebody who might be science-based or someone bigger than them say that, and that video did well, so they're going to say the exact same thing. But do you know why those 3 workouts actually help grow your muscles? Well, do they know? Probably not, but what they're doing is they're probably using ChatGPT, or they are copying, pasting other people. Have I done that? Sure, but not to an extent of I'm copying, pasting, and I need to understand something. I really just use it to confirm or reassure what I already know, because I'm not going to give you any advice that I don't know, okay? Coming from somebody who has an NASM, a CSCS, and a DBC level 1 of biomechanics of the human body, I think I know a little bit, and I've also trained professional athletes to kids from elementary to high school, got them into college playing sports. And me being 33, about to be 34, natural, taking care of my body well enough to where I look youthful. I can still compete with these younger guys and, sponsored by some of the biggest brands that you guys all love. So I think I might know a thing or two of taking care of yourself, okay? And going back to the peptides, because I kind of just went off a little bit, is that I have more of an issue with it if you are 18, 16, 20, 21, even, 24, 25 taking these. And yeah, you might look great, but keep this in mind that you guys are missing out on a big period of learning about yourself, because now what happens is that you're going to rely on this. But what happens if the research shows that this is bad for you? Because a lot of these peptides actually speed up cancer. If you look at them, there is a factor of speeding up cancer. There are facts of speeding up hair loss. There's a fact, like all these things can speed up negative things in your body, especially if you have that going on in your family roots or just within yourself that's dormant that people don't really know. So that's just one big fear. And for people that are my age taking it, again, I'm telling you, before you go into peptides or even steroids, because eventually I might have to take it. If my test is low, of course I might have to get on TRT, but my test is super high. You should probably understand your body, invest in a trainer that might know what they're doing, aka me. Or, it could be anyone else. It doesn't have to be me. But other than that, do you have your diet in check? Do you have your sleep in check? What does your stress levels look like? What are your day-to-days? Do you hold yourself accountable? Do you actually hit your goals? Like, do you have a monthly goal for yourself? Or did you hit your New Year's resolution goal last year? Because if you're not even reaching your own bare minimum goals of like, hey, I want to do this for my family, I want to do this for work, I want to do this for, yourself, or I want to lose 5 pounds, something like that on my own. I'm going to eat healthier. That's like one of the most important, biggest things I get from myself and clients is I just want to eat healthier, right? And they go 2-3 days and then they can't stop. They get a Benji or something. If you can't even do those bare minimum things for yourself, do you really think that peptides or steroids is actually going to help or save you? Because it's not. Because if it was that big of a difference, if that really made such a huge difference in people, I think everyone would take it. Like literally everyone. But keep this in mind. I have a lot of friends who take steroids, and I have a lot of friends who take peptides. You actually have to work harder when you're on those things. Do you not understand that? Like if you're using it to get bigger and stronger, you have to be on it for life basically. And now you actually have to eat more. You have to train harder. You have to eat healthier. So if you can't even do the bare minimum, what's making you think, like do the bare minimum naturally, what makes you think that you can just do this and it's going to save everything, okay? And if you're going to just do peptides, and I'm speaking this as you get older, okay, not the younger guys. If you're going to take peptides because you have lingering injuries, so we're speaking like BPC 157 and things like that, or I think it's called GHKU, it's the copper that helps your skin. Okay, those are fine because the BBC, I haven't taken it yet, and I don't know if I will. But again, I'm waiting for it to have some type of injury, If you're taking something like that to kind of just help you in that sense, and it's just a real bad injury, you're going to PT, and it's not working, then yeah, sure, give it a try, but continue with your PT. It's not, and keep in mind, people see results maybe a month later from what I'm told. So you have to, keep up with it consistently. But if you are taking peptides or steroids in a sense to look better, get stronger, get bigger, before you really get on that as you age, first get your blood checked, check your test levels. If you have solid test levels, but then your micronutrients are super low, like zinc, magnesium, vitamin B, all those things, I think your change isn't that you're sleepy or tired or not motivated because of, that your test is low. It can't just be that. It's because your diet sucks. And are you actually training hard? Well, I don't have the energy. Well, no, I might need tests. Like, if you really think about it, 60% of people who go get their blood checked, they even come back. The doctors will say it's not even your test levels that are bad. It's really just like you're deficient in so many things, or you are just naturally just lazier. That's just the cold hard truth. So, again, if you're just lazy, and you think a peptide is going to help you, you think a steroid is going to help you, it's not. It's not. It's actually harder on yourself. People I know who are on it that take all these things are people who have to do it for a living. So if you're not trying to be a bodybuilder for a living, I don't see the point of you really jumping into that. I think the most important thing is finding somebody that teaches you balance, okay? You should find a trainer or look into content that helps you have a balanced lifestyle that fits your needs. If you have wife and kids, no matter what, prioritize your wife and kids, prioritize your job. You must, but you need to prioritize your health as well. So how do you balance that while getting stronger, while getting bigger, or losing fat, whatever your goals are, whatever your goals are, those are all obtainable. You just got to put a little bit more work in yourself. And I think the beautiful part about finding somebody that can help you like that, like including myself, is that you can learn so much about yourself in about a month or two on how much protein you should eat, how much carbs does it look for me to lose fat, and how much carbs does it help me gain some muscle or gain some size? What should my fat intake be? When you understand that stuff, even the simplest things that I've helped with clients, like learning how to weigh out food, and then now you can eyeball things and go, whoa, this is what 4 ounces looks like. Okay, that's 25 grams of protein. Now you've done it so many times to a point you can go out to eat and go, oh, that looks like 25 to 30 grams of protein. Now you can really configure things and learn how to survive and adapt even in real time when you go out to eat with family and friends, or know when to have alcohol, when you can have a cheat meal and things like that. And it doesn't take that long to figure out. I just think it's finding someone to help you do it along the way. And yes, you can find this information on TikTok, social media and things that helps. But again, investing yourself in a trainer for like a few months, that could be the best investment in yourself, and somebody that actually talks to you, actually educates you in those sense. So I know we've talked about a bunch of things right now, talking about peptides or enhancements, but the basic goal of this is to tell you that those things will not save you. Those things will not change you. Those things will not make your life that much better unless you make your changes in yourself, as in, are you willing to commit and make changes to your diet? Are you willing to go to the gym 3 to 5 times a week? Are you willing to say no to this? Are you willing to, you know? And once you're able to do all that and you've proven to yourself that you hit your natural limit, or your limit of like, I don't know what I need to do next, then consider it. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be for me too. I'm not here just going to say I'm a lifetime natural athlete. Like I am at the moment. But eventually, if my test levels ever drop to a point where it's unhealthy, because fitness is my job, I will be on TRT, but don't need it at all at my age, surprisingly enough. I don't need anything to fix my hair. I have a full head of hair. I get, you know what I mean? And this is genetics, guys, okay? I do have bad skin, but I do take care of it well enough to where I get complimented on my skin, and I don't need a peptide for that. And then when it comes to your body, yeah, I used to be a lot bigger, but this also came from age, came from me not training as hard for 3 years, and 3, changing my job. I'm not a bodybuilder and a professional athlete anymore. I'm somebody that wants to maintain a great look for a model and above average for fitness, and show people like, hey, you can still look good, be vascular, be lean, and get the compliments you want. Because we can be honest, guys, the bigger you get, the more dudes you get, you're not going to get those girls, right? And that's just like a little joke at the end. But yeah, just take care of yourself, understand your body. And for the young guys that are watching this, know, like, don't fall into it. Just don't. And I know I might not be that big of a person for you to listen to, but coming from somebody who's in that fitness industry, who hangs out with the athletes that you guys look up to, I'm telling you, it's not what you think. And that's not me trying to attack them. That's why I'm not here to say their names or anything. I'm not here to attack them. But everything is a marketing ploy. And those lives that they live are not healthy, neither. So just know it will catch up to you, and take it from a guy who's like, I consider myself an uncle in a way, a young uncle. Like, if I was your age, I'd probably fall into it too. But take the better route. Understand that things will change. Eventually, this whole spiel of social media will not be the same, and it'll be too late because you already put all of these things into your body. Okay? Learn to be healthy. Learn to take care of your body. Train hard. Find a mentor or two that you really want to look up to, but find a way where they're actually giving you really good knowledge and not trying to lead you astray into negative things like partying and drugs and things like that. Because listen, I've done all that stuff, and let me tell you, it's not worth it. If it's a purity of your life for experience, yes. But long term, no. And it's only going to get worse, and things get harder to let go of as you get older. So on that note, follow my Instagram, BenjiKill_, for reels and shorts, and follow the YouTube as well. And if you are looking for online training, I am completely available. Obviously, I gear towards older people, but I work with younger people as well. And yeah, appreciate it. We'll talk soon.